My art teacher said my painting was clearly AI generated and gave me a 0 in front of the entire class. I'm a digital artist, been doing commissions online since I was 14. My Instagram has 40,000 followers, but Mrs. Fisher didn't know any of that because I kept my art life completely separate from school. The assignment was simple: create an original piece in any medium. No restrictions on style or subject matter, just had to be our own work. I chose to paint my grandmother. She passed away last year and I had this photo of her from the 1970s that I loved. She's sitting in her garden, laughing at something off camera. I spent 2 weeks on it. Oil on canvas, 16 by 20 inches. I worked on it every night after homework, sometimes until 2 a.m., getting every wrinkle right. Every strand of silver hair. I probably did 30 layers on her face alone. When I turned it in, I felt proud. It was the best traditional work I'd ever done. Class critique day arrived and Mrs. Fisher held my painting up first. She stared at it with this weird expression. Then she spoke. "This is a printed image, probably generated by AI and transferred to canvas." The entire room went dead silent. I felt my stomach drop. "What? No, I painted that." She cut me off. "I've been teaching art for 25 years. I know real student work when I see it." She turned to address the class. "This is exactly what's wrong with your generation. You think you can use technology to fake talent and no one will notice." She said students like me were destroying artistic integrity, that she wouldn't tolerate cheating in her classroom. She wrote a 0 in her gradebook. Academic dishonesty. Said she'd be reporting it to the administration. I sat there stunned. My hands were shaking. A few classmates gave me sympathetic looks, but nobody said anything. Here's the thing though. I document everything. It's part of my process and it protects me when clients try to dispute work. So for this painting, I had my phone set up on a tripod, running a time-lapse app that captured every single session. I didn't say anything for the rest of class, just packed up when the bell rang. Mrs. Fisher stopped me at the door. "I hope you understand this is a serious violation. You'll need to meet with your counselor about academic integrity." I just nodded and left. But instead of going to my next class, I pulled out my phone in the hallway. 47 hours and 32 minutes of footage, condensed into a 12-minute video showing the entire process from blank canvas to finished painting. I also pulled up my Instagram, my portfolio website, screenshots of my commission queue, the gallery exhibition from last month. Then I walked straight to the principal's office. Mrs. Wallace, the principal, knows me because I did a mural in the main hallway last year. She looked surprised when I came in without an appointment. I explained the situation, showed her the painting photo, then the time-lapse. She watched about 15 minutes, watched me mix colors, build up layers on the canvas, reference the photo taped to my easel. Her expression got more serious with each minute. She picked up her desk phone and called Mrs. Fisher's classroom, asked her to come to the office immediately. Mrs. Fisher walked in 10 minutes later looking annoyed. Mrs. Wallace turned her computer monitor around. "Ms. Fisher, I need you to watch this." She played the time-lapse from the beginning. Mrs. Fisher's face went from annoyed to pale. When it finished, Mrs. Wallace asked her directly, "On what basis did you determine this was AI generated or printed?" Mrs. Fisher stammered, said it looked too professional, that students don't usually produce work at that level. Mrs. Wallace pulled up my Instagram, scrolled through my portfolio, showed her the gallery exhibition announcement. The meeting lasted 40 minutes. By the end, Mrs. Fisher had gone silent. Mrs. Wallace changed my grade to an A+ right there. Then she asked if any other students had been accused of similar things. I mentioned Tyler and Sarah, both accused of cheating on original work. Mrs. Wallace made notes, said she'd be looking into it. Over the next week, 3 more students came forward, all accused of cheating on original work. The district pulled Mrs. Fisher's academic dishonesty reports from the past 2 years and reviewed them. Turned out she'd filed 14 claims, 7 were proven false. She got suspended pending a full review, and the school asked if I'd be willing to show my grandmother's portrait at the spring art exhibition in the main lobby. Turns out keeping receipts of your process is way more powerful than any argument.